Tragedy is a comma, not a conclusion. A tragic episode is related in this week's Parsha. During childbirth, Rachel, Jacob's beloved wife, dies. As she is dying, she's informed that she's having a young boy. She decides that she's in her last moments, that she is going to name this young boy Ben-Oni, which means the son of my mourning. When Jacob, her husband, hears about this, after her death, he decides that he's going to rename this young boy Ben-Yamin. And now he becomes named Binyamin. As the Ramban explains, what Jacob has done is that he has taken the old name, Ben-Oni, which means the son of mourning, a tragic name, and he has replaced it with Ben-Yamin. Yamin represents the right, usually the strength, the stronger arm, and Ben-Yamin means the son of my strength. This is a remarkable thing. A heartbroken husband who loses his beloved wife, his first love. What he does is he still refuses to call this child the son of my mourning. Instead, he says, this child is the son of strength. And in this particular renaming, in this act, Jacob teaches us this important lesson. Tragedy is a comma. It is not a conclusion. It reminds us that no matter what, there's always the possibility of a better future. And indeed, Jewish history bears this out. The first Jewish king is a descendant of Binyamin. The first Jewish king is the descendant of this tragic child. And the first place that he visits after he is anointed as king is to go to Kever Rachel, to go to the burial place of Rachel. Because there, the full awareness of this profound idea, tragedy is a comma, it is not a conclusion, can be fully understood. Rachel dies while giving birth to Binyamin, but great things will occur in the future. And this is an important lesson for all of us. Part of the very basis of human life is the fact that we will die. Part of every life is tragedy. And we have to understand that tragedy is only a comma, it is not a conclusion. We have to understand that life can continue after tragedy. Indeed, it is a common custom, not just among Jews, but around the world, to name their beloved after someone who had recently passed away. And here you see this idea most fully. And I see it when I attend a bar mitzvah, a bris, a wedding, and we start to talk about where the person's name comes from. Who are they named after? And you realize that a family that may be in profound grief, they may have just lost a mother or a father or even sometimes a brother. They say to themselves, well, we're going to continue this name. We're going to preserve this name. And we're going to continue on. And so you could be at a bar mitzvah of a Mordechai, and you remember the Mordechai that he's named after. You could be at the bris of an Avraham. You can remember the Avraham that he's named after. And of course you have the baby naming for a Dvar, who's named after a very beloved Dvar in her family. Everybody can look back at who they're named after and recognize the fact that tragedy is a comma, it is not a conclusion. Jacob tells us that there is still strength after tragedy. There is still potential for a wonderful future after tragedy. And that is a lesson that all of us have to know as well.